Hello everyone, Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. So I've been a little bit AWOL, I've been away, been very busy, so sorry about that. Anyway, I'm just going to do a yes or no pick a card reading this week. We're getting into a new month. I cannot believe we're now in November, end of the year's really creeping up on us. So I have not chosen stones this week. I have actually chosen the charms. So we're going to choose a charm. I will show you the selection afterwards. Please don't forget, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Okay, and even share the video. Share it to YouTube. No, you can't share it to YouTube. You can share it to Facebook. You can share it to other places. Share it to people that you think may need to hear the reading. Yeah, all of that's appreciated. Anyway, so we have got charms. So pile number 1, you've got a spade charm. Pile number 2, you have got a star charm. Pile number 3, you have got angel wings, and pile number 4, you have got a 4-heart clover or 4-leaf clover. Looks like 4 hearts to me. I will show you the selection now. Don't forget, guys, shake off that energy. Okay, go outside barefoot, connect with nature. Nature's the best healer. You know, God created earth, very abundant with herbs, healing herbs, grass grounds you. Ask spirit, ask God, whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in. If it's just your higher self, then that's all you do. And say, please connect me with the question I'm deeply needing. What do I need to hear right now? Because that's sometimes more important than what you want to hear. But if you really want to hear some answers, then say, look, which power will give me the best answer for this question? And then perhaps, what do I need to hear? And sometimes it might be something separate, not too sure. Okay, so let's get into the selection. Okay, so these are the selections. Again, this is with the cards and your charms on the card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, those are your piles. This is where you will pause, connect with your belief system, yourself, higher self, your soul, and ask for a yes or no question to be answered. And we will see you at your reading. Okay, so if you chose the spade and pile number 1, then this is your reading. Now, I'm going to say this as I put out the cards, because if you are a regular here and you see these cards, and you know how I normally work, don't jump to conclusions yet, because one pile took like literally all the positive, well, I wouldn't say all the positive cards, but all the cards that would make a yes pile. So I can't say, well, because they took it all, that the rest of these are no. So I'm going to have to look at each individual pile and do these differently this week, before I decide whether your pile is a yes or a no. Okay, so I will take a look at it as a whole and get additional cards to confirm. Okay, so pile number 1, with the spade there, you know, a spade, think about it, spade digs. So there's something hidden deep inside you or deep inside someone else. You have to dig for it, is what I'm getting, okay? There's something you need to dig deep about. Spades dig, so dig deep. Spades are also air, especially in tarot. Spades are spades. In this deck, it represents air. Air is really about thought. So again, it's something that if you dig deep, the answer is already actually inside of you. Sorry, I do apologize for my son, he's stimming. And you already know the answers, but you may be coming here for confirmation. So let's get you the confirmation, okay? I want to do this card first, actually. We've got, oh, look here, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So I kind of feel like we also got a new moon there. So that's interesting because we're in a new moon phase right now. So your current situation is maybe you are meditating, maybe you're spending time alone, maybe you've been dealing with really digging deep into your belief systems, into your the way of being, the way you integrate with life, with things, and you're just needing some confirmation. I really do believe that you already know what you need to do. So this may be an important message that's coming through. That's maybe either you want to give an important message or get an important message. And this could be love or business or anything. This may be asking about a soulmate or a situation where, okay, so what I'm getting at, if there's a few things, and this is what I'm getting here right now. I feel like you invested in something that you thought was solid, okay? You thought this person was a soulmate, or you thought this person or the situation was the situation that was good for you. You came into union with something and it felt really good and it felt really solid. And so you invested, and you invested properly, but it led to heartache. It led to pain. It led to stress. It led to fighting, and ultimately possibly even led to loss. Okay. And it does feel like, again, you and this situation, there were celebrations here. There was commitment here. There was putting it all in. You know, you didn't do it half-heartedly. You tried really hard. You were committed to this situation. But it's led to a massive change, or it's led to moving on, or it may be leading to moving on. Okay, again, your intuition is what's telling you that it's time to move on. Maybe it might even be changing jobs, moving towns, country, houses, change relationship status, getting divorced for some. It's some kind of massive change that has happened or will be happening soon within this situation. And it does feel like you felt trapped and confined by the situation as well. You weren't really happy, if you had to be honest with yourself, you know. Sometimes we lie to ourselves. Sometimes we ignore the red flags. Sometimes we don't want to see the truth in a situation. And that's why you have battled with this, because you've had to dig really deep within your own subconscious mind in order to get the answers, in order for you to awaken to the truth. Okay, with the new moon there, this is a new beginning for you. And you may have to learn how to stand up for yourself, stand your ground, you know, push against society that maybe pushed you in one direction, and you had to learn to find your own voice, or dig deep enough to get that voice. Okay, because again, a spade is a spade. It does feel like this person or the situation that you're dealing with, it isn't going to change. Okay, and there's definitely some kind of loss, some kind of ending here. And it's painful. It's not easy. It creates stress. It creates anxiety, sleepless nights. But it does feel like you will be traveling soon away from this. If it's not a physical move or a physical travel, it could just emotionally, you'll move away from this. Your burdens, you're almost there. Okay. And it feels like there's a choice here. There's a choice between two different situations or two different people. One of them is trustworthy. One of them is honest. One of them is a good friend, okay? The other person is cruel, malicious, and manipulative. And you need to make the ultimate truth decision about this. So as much as I want to give this a yes or no, I don't know what your question is. And so I'm ultimately going to put that you know, okay? You do know the answer to this. You know that change has to happen. And the choice would be to choose the trustworthy, honest person, okay? You might need to get, because it does feel like there could be, you might need an outside person to help you. I will get some additional cards for you, but it does ultimately lie within you. Something has to come to an end, and you need to leave a situation behind in order to meet a new people or a new love or a new situation. Okay, so I kind of feel like whatever your question is, if it's asking if you should leave a situation, the answer is yes. If it's asking if you should stay in a situation that you know you're unhappy, the answer is no. So the Sun card ultimately does mean yes. Okay, so again, it does depend on the question. And the Sun card illuminates your happiness. It's following the yellow brick road. So the answer to your question, pile number one, is very simple. I don't know if it's a yes or a no. I am saying that it is time to leave a situation from a person who has really manipulated you into staying in a situation. You felt trapped by this person. So your emotions have been saying to you, this is not healthy. This is not comfortable. At the bottom of the deck, we get the Ace of Swords. So this is, again, the truth that lies within you. And that is to know that the answer to your question will be to leave this conflicting situation where nobody's listening. Everyone's just got their guard up. Everyone's just defensive. Everyone's just screaming and shouting. And it's drama. It's dramatic. It's manipulative. It's cruel. Okay. It's not fun. You know, here you got a bunch of people. No one's listening to each other. Everyone's just having their say. Everyone's just arguing. Everyone's conflict. Everyone's got a different opinion. No one wants to hear the other person's point of view. And here we've got the sun. So follow the sun. That is the answer. So I would say, yes, leave a situation that's no longer working, that's over. You just need to do the final, like for divorce, you just need to get the divorce done. Leave a job, leave a friendship, leave a town, a house, or whatever that you've been wanting to do to go towards your happiness. That is your answer. Thank you so much and goodbye. Hi, if you chose pile number 2 with the star, then I'm going to get you reading. So now, if you are a regular here and you know how this works, please don't jump to conclusions. One pile took all the cards, all the red cards. So be patient and allow me to analyze and I will give you the answers. Okay, so we'll get that. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over one. Oh, the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So right now, you may be going through some really dark times, okay, and feeling like things are not going your way. Things feel a little bit trapped. You're waiting very patiently for expansion, for growth, for something to come in. And Spirit is saying that you needed a lot of time to spend by yourself in this darkness for a reason, okay? This darkness almost helps you find the light within the darkness. It's like an odd feeling, okay? And sometimes we need to go through the dark in order to find the light, okay? And I feel like emotionally, you may be dealing with a few trapped emotions or feeling really anxious or feeling or trapped in fear. It could also be fear that you're trapped in at the moment. And again, I'm really getting that spirit guides are not punishing you through this, but rather teaching you, well, it's a rite of passage, actually. So what it really is the rite of passage is this, what's meant for you. It's this change. It's this shadow work that needs to be done, because then when you find the true light, the true happiness within your life, you realized that you were chasing things that were quite sad all along. So it's quite interesting. I've never seen this before, and this is the first time I've seen this. So in the corner here, there's like snakes in this darkness, okay? And as you can see, there's a beautiful light with like treasure and beaches. And so Spirit guides want you to, you're not going to be in this darkness for too long, okay? Again, you are here for a good reason. It's to help show you where your dark side are, where you have chosen wrong relationships, where you have chosen wrong people, where you have chosen things, drama, things in your life that were never good for you, not good for your soul. Maybe you have chosen to give to others who never deserved to have from you. Maybe you had to see the darkness in others to realize that, you know what, you need to start giving to yourself and stop believing everyone else's woe is me story, because who's there for you when it's woe is you? You know, does everyone disappear when you are going through the toughness? So the darkness is not ever a time of abandonment from Spirit. It's actually a time of learning who you are. You learn exactly who you are through the worst times of your life, okay? And that's, you're going to cross over the threshold, and it will happen sooner than you think, okay? The rite of passage means you're going to have this like massive change in your life, and you're not going to recognize who you are once you cross over that threshold. So enjoy the darkness as much as not easy. Enjoy the darkness, get over those fears, face those snakes, get over that fear of it so that you can get over, you know, snakes loose, shed their skin. You need to shed your old dark skin so that you can find the light with them. Okay, so your question, okay, this is a time of new beginnings. Some truth is coming out. And again, you maybe were avoiding certain communication or were avoiding disappointment, and yet choosing disappointment at the same time because you didn't want to cause chaos. You didn't want to cause conflict. There was just stress in your life, and immense creativity is going to be born out of this. You have to move on and leave behind what you currently know. There may be an end of relationship, a relocation, or just removing yourself from drama, from dramatic people, of people who just want to fight just so they can be nasty and ugly and evil, you know, and decide to choose peace and harmony and people who work well together. Find the people, your soul tribe, the people that are good for you, that are good for your heart and good for your soul, okay? Because again, you invested in the wrong people, you invested in the wrong times, in the wrong money, in the wrong bank, in the wrong investments, perhaps maybe in the wrong company, and you lost money because of it. And this was the warning. This is why you are in the situation you are in, because you didn't see your light. And so you chose because of not understanding who you are and what you deserve. And this is a crossroads. Important decisions are going to be made here. You know, you may be tested a little bit and understanding how to handle the fear, how to handle the bad stuff, okay? I don't know what that weird noise is. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Anyway, I apologize for the noise out there. You had to learn to become independent of other people's worries. You know, do you do everything to make everyone else happy because you're so fearing what other people are going to judge you and what they're going to say about you and how they're going to think about you? Do you date people because you're scared of being alone? Do you stay in relationships because you're scared of being alone? You know, do you take on jobs because you're scared of being poor, but at the same time you're miserable? These are all the questions you're needing to look at so that you can make decisions that is now best for you. And when you know who you are, you'll know how to make them. The good news is that once you cross over that threshold, there is really great family, happiness, money, you name it, waiting for you on the other end of this. Right now, you're not in a good situation. You're not with your tribe. You're not with the people you should be with, okay? You are not with your life partner, okay? You are needing to be more charismatic, needing to be more positive, and needing to live within your own power. And the star card here shows us that when you are within your own integrity and you are being honest and you're being truthful to yourself, there's hope on the other end of this, okay? And you will then be met with people who are loyal, people who are generous, and people who have integrity. And I think you've had to learn, sometimes we are not, you know, living in our own integrity, and that makes us do things and say things that are not nice. But also in the dark times is when you learn other people's integrity and other people's truth. And I do feel like, again, this is what you are going through right now. And on the other end, you will find the people who are really genuine with you. Okay, so I'm going to get one card because the question, I think the question for you, the answer for you right now is no. And it's purely because there's still things that you need to learn. There's lessons you're still needing to learn right now. But it doesn't mean no forever. It just means no for now, or it could mean no to a specific person. And I think you will know that answer. So temperance, patience. So pile number 2, you've got some choices coming ahead. Okay. Do you love or not to love? This can also be duality. You know, the duality of the male versus female, you know, if it's not love or any kind of decisions. But I just feel like temperance, balance, creating peace within your life throughout the chaos, seeing the light even when there's dark. You know, do you curse every time something bad happens? Every time you hear bad news, do you like, oh fuck, I hate this, rah, rah, you know? Is that how you handle it? Because then you have to find the feminine and go, well, it is what it is. I can't control it. So therefore, I'm just going to go, oh, well, angels, God, please help me through this. You know, how do you react? Or are you dealing with people that are very angry and frustrated? And, you know, it feels like you need to go with the flow more. You need to be more patient because you want to go for peace and harmony. And the decision is yours, ultimately. If there's a choice between should I stay or should I go, I think you kind of know that answer, okay? Because these are the lovers cards. It could be soulmate. You know, you could be leaving one person, becoming more positive and going towards, this is a power couple for those of you who are asking about a love situation. There's a power couple ahead. You need to believe in it so that you can be in the right vibration of this person. This person is very generous, they're very loyal, they've got a lot of integrity. And yeah, the choice is for you to understand that there's an offer of abundance, a new job, money coming in, or again, a new love offer, and it's quite solid. And it can lead to marriage for those of you who are looking for that. and it's patient and it's balanced, but you need to cross over this threshold first, okay? And you can only do that by choosing what's best for you and not staying in situations that you know keeps you in this darkness, okay? So as opposed to a yes or no, I kind of feel like that's why I'm not getting really anything. I kind of feel like you know that answer. It's not a yes right now because you're still dealing with a lot. There's still some healing that you have to go through in order to learn about integrity, learn about loyalty. And the first person that you have to face in the darkness is yourself. And then you'll be ready to step over the threshold and you will go towards more reasons to celebrate: lightness, happiness, joy. Okay? Hopefully this answers your question. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye. Hello and welcome to those who chose pile number 3 with the angel wings. So pile number 3, right? So one pile took all the answers, okay? And I mean all the answers. So if you open this up and you don't see any reds, then you know that it's because another pile stole all the reds. Okay, so let's get into this. And we have got red, 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 red. I have never, in all my years of doing this, and these are shuffled. If you've been here long enough, you often come here, you will know this has never happened, ever, 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 ever. I don't even know if I've even bothered. I don't even know why I'm even going to bother to give you your answer. Because if it's not obvious by now, if it's not 100% obvious by now what your answer is, then I'll get into it anyway. Okay, so you got the angel wings. Angel wings are just saying you're protected by your angels. They are guiding you. They're pushing you in the right direction. All you have to do, pile number 3, is say yes. Just say yes. The answer is yes. There's like not one black card in this reading. Okay, let's get into it. There's a new beginning coming in, and it's emotional, and it's about love. It's just great news coming in for you, okay? It's good news, and next card says it, good news. It's good news about your finances. Good news are coming in. Investments of finances, investments in love, you know, a love relationship that's invested in you, that wants to come in and invest in you. This is a friendship that there may be for some a reunion of someone who perhaps put you in a third party situation and someone who was a lack of commitment coming back. Okay, just throwing it out there. It's not for everyone, but this is saying a friendship, union of people, of celebration. Okay. And this is after some time of boredom, after some time of financial struggle, after some time of being alone and dealing with health problems and finances and loneliness and you name it, it's changing, okay? We're going from poverty to gifts, okay? We're going from being alone to having someone wanting to give, someone who is wanting to invest, someone who's secure, someone who's committed. Okay, we're going from loneliness to commitment. It's like crazy. You will be afraid because you have been let down in the past. It feels like this is too good to be true. I mean, this seems too good to be true. I've never had a full house of red cards. I've never had 100% yes, 1,000% yes. Like there is no in this pile. Okay. I've never had this. This is a wish fulfillment. This is unexpected. This is a windfall. This is someone investing in you. This is someone coming to give you an inheritance money. We've got 3 cards of a gift and money, okay? Unexpected inheritance money, big financial success, big finances ahead, winning the lottery, okay? I'm not to say that you are, but I can't say no to anything with this pile. Whatever your question is, it's so yes. I don't even know why I'm carrying on, but okay, fine. So unexpected money, wish fulfillment, wish of a money baby, relationship higher, moving to a higher ground, higher place, big financial successes ahead. Bad news, the bad news is you had to wait a long time for this, I think. I feel like it feels so unbelievable. It feels like this has taken you forever. Like you have been alone for like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. and now you all of a sudden are going to have someone come in and they want to commit. It's like crazy. It's like you've been poor for such a long time and all of a sudden you win the lottery. It's like, that's what I'm getting from one extreme to the next, from the 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles, from being alone and sad and out in the dark to being financial successful, having everything you've ever wanted. It's like crazy. Oh, and I feel like you're going to feel like, oh, there's going to be gossip. People are going to be shocked. You're going to knock people's socks off. That's exactly what I'm getting here. Now, if there's something that comes in slow, I am getting a slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so again, if someone comes in with a small gift, don't turn it down because of fear, because I do feel like it's one of those that it grows in time, it expands in time. Okay, and there's going to be gossip around it, and that gossip could make you feel a little bit worried or concerned, but don't worry. Okay, because there's a lot of this person's influential, or this could be you being met by this influential person, and this person's affectionate and romantic and amazing. If it's a boss, then this is someone who is they're quite influential and they're coming to help you. So again, it's a yes. I mean, you got a yes card, just say yes, and it's a yes. But let's get another card. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Anything here that pile number 3 needs to know that could block this, because other than fear, and I just feel like you won't be let down anymore, pile number 3. It's, wow. But anyway, let's just, anything that pile number 3 needs to know right now. Wow, this is something, again, another pentacle. This is an offer from the gods. Okay, this is an offer from the divine. Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. Seriously, I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. Celebration. I said celebration. This is the marriage card, the twin flame card. This is the soulmate card. Okay, this is the gateway card. You were going through a gateway, and being this is an offer of a lifetime. I mean, the offer is coming from the divine. Okay, whoever you pray to, doesn't matter. This is it's coming with the clouds. That means it's coming from the divine. What you do with it, however, is up to you. I mean, here's the journey, and there's mountains ahead, which means, you can climb mountains with this. It's not to say that it's doesn't come with problems, because the mountains do say that there are possible problems ahead, but it doesn't have to be, if you come together with a person, it doesn't have to be love. Okay, this could be friends, this could be your family members, this is your children, people who are here to support you on this path, whatever your question is. These are the people that are here to support you. You will overcome those mountains. You will be able to climb up those mountains. Okay, they are not going to be obstacles. You have got a huge gateway, walking through the gateway, a new home. Maybe you again win the lottery, move to a new home, get married, twin flame, meeting soulmate twin flame. I don't know what else to say. Again, I did say in the beginning, for some of you, this could be a twin flame that chose a third party. Well, there could definitely be someone coming back, okay, saying, look, I'm really sorry, I'm coming back, and I'm coming this time with a good offer. Okay, again, it's a yes. That's it. Thank you for stealing all the cards. Have a brilliant day, and I'll chat to you soon. Hello, if you chose the 4-leaf clover. Now, I just want to say, if you normally come to this pile and you normally know how my cards work, this week I'm going to have to do things differently, because I actually got a pile that took all the reds, like literally every red. So you got 2 cards here, which is very interesting. We got Get Grounded. Okay, you're an empath, so you're highly sensitive right now, and you may be feeling the energies and feeling a bit off and feeling a bit jittery, or feeling a little bit like, I don't know, I feel like this, we've got this 3-eye atlas that's so close to Earth right now, and I feel like it's going to really, I don't know, I had such deja vu, like a deja vu dream, like it felt so real, and I woke up and I felt like it was odd. And so if you've been feeling this, just go outside and get grounded. Okay, this is the sisterhood of the road. This is a time to devote yourself to yourself, to doesn't matter if you're male or female, to the divine feminine within you, to the mystic, to the teacher, to the priestess, to the beauty and devotion. This could be a person, if you're a male. This could be a woman in your life that is a mystic or a teacher or a divine goddess, a priestess. Or this is about you finding. I was doing a video this morning on TikTok, or yesterday and this morning, and I'm doing a whole series on Egyptian myth, because I'm seeing, you know, the Egyptian, I think this is Hathor. I don't know if you can see it. It's like in the background kind of thing, but I'm sure this is the goddess Hathor, with the wings there too, or Ma'at as well. Anyway, so I'm doing a lot of on Egyptian myth. Anyway, let's get into your reading. Right, the 4-leaf clover, I do feel like better times are coming for you. You know, 4 leaves are normally lucky. You know, 4-leaf clover, I mean, here we've got the 3-leaf clover, the little Irish thing there. So I do feel like there are, you see, I turned that over. There are good times coming in for you, okay? You are going to experience more luck in your life. So if you've been dealt with the bad change, the bad deck, I do feel like you have better deck coming. Spirit is moving you away. But let's see how and why. Okay. So pile number 4. I feel like there's change coming. As I said, there's a kind of a difficult situation that you're dealing with. There could be a divide. There could be not wanting to see the truth, or maybe you didn't want to see the truth of the situation. You know, the truth of your financial situation. Maybe you just ignored things, or the truth of the things that you were doing, you know, because again, you can't control other people. You can control yourself. So maybe you just acted, oh, well, I don't know. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know it. Or you were dealing with someone who was like that, I don't know, or there's a divide between you and someone, but there's some kind of, I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to know it in here, okay? And I do feel like this is a new passionate beginning starting off for you, and it's one where it does lead to teamwork, people coming together. Now, there could be legal situations or indecisiveness regarding money, or even arguments regarding money. And there's been a little bit of holding on too tightly, blocking off the heart chakra. If it's not money, it's about teamwork and being blocked off, not opening yourself up, not letting people in. And if it's money, tightly pinching money, being fearful of money. Every time you see money leave, you have this horrible feeling in your stomach, and you spend with gritting your teeth, and you angry and frustrated and worrisome and fearsome every time you spend a penny, or every time something goes wrong. But Spirit is saying you have to kind of change. You have to release. You have to allow people in. You need to allow money to flow. So when things go wrong, just go, oh, well, please sort this out for me, angels, and let it go. But you can't do that if you're holding on. Okay, so you need to allow it to flow so that you can, again, let it change. Because this is what you're wanting. You want change. You want freedom. But you need to let go of drama. You need to let go of dramatic people. You need to let go of things in your life that are holding you in this. And you need to change so that you can bring in better, okay? Spirit is impacting things for you. The fate will step in. Fate is impacting your finances. They are stepping in right now to move you away from this. You may sabotage, or you may be dealing with someone who sabotages your own life, okay? This is through, again, shouting, disagreeing, fighting, drama, you know, focusing on loss, or dealing with someone who is doing this, standing in their own ground, dealing with whatever they want, sabotaging your life, sabotaging your finances. But I feel like things are about to change. Again, there's this change is definitely in the air in this pile. It's like pushing you towards better times, pushing you out of the confusion, dealing with the problem so that you can move forward fast. Momentum will pick up. And you're going to be exhausted because it's a completion. This is an end to the bad times. It does feel like you might have to make a decision, though, to do something for some of you, okay? You've been dealing with worry, bad news, grief, fear, health problems, because a negative person keeps holding you back. They keep betraying you. They keep lying to you, perhaps, for some. Or they keep sabotaging things because of their drama or their own negativity. You need to just, again, it's almost like you need to be focused in your own self and be successful and be powerful and focus upon that in order to find this luck or this change in your life, okay? This is an interesting one. It's a yes one. I need more cards. So I don't know what your question is, but let me get into the cards, because like I say, it does feel like whatever it is, you do need to change, or allow fate to step in and have faith that fate is stepping in. You need to stop sabotaging. You need to stop having a negative mindset. You need to stop fighting or pushing things. So yeah, this is you at the moment. Either you are dealing with health problems, okay, or financial problems, and you are focused upon that so much that you're not seeing the light, okay? But this is changing. Look at that. From being out in the cold to being the Empress, doesn't matter, male or female, doesn't matter. She represents birth. She represents giving birth to new situations. All this is the harvest of abundance that's coming your way, okay? You've been stuck in an illusion. You've been choosing or building pies in the sky, or, you know, and you need to find choices that are a lot more grounded into practicality and not building pies in the sky, or, you know, seeing someone for being one thing and realizing that this person is another thing, not seeing something for what it was. And I feel like the more practical you are, the more grounded you become, the more you'll make better choices. You know, and this is about anything in your life. Maybe you give to people who don't deserve, give money, give time, give energy, and thinking that these people are good, and then having to see them for who they are so that you can make better choices this time around. It's really a lesson that you're going through, pile number 4. It's to teach you so that next time your luck comes around, and it is coming around, it's teaching you how to make better choices with your money, how not to spend on things, buying the expensive cars because you want everyone to think you're doing well. Meanwhile, it's just a car, you know, it breaks down like any other car. And rather choosing a practical car, a grounded car, a car that's better for fuel, you know, buying purses, money, makeup, cosmetic stuff just to look like for celebrities, but rather finding natural sources. It's like one of those, you know, living a certain life, dating certain people because they're famous, because they're hot, because they fit in with my family's agenda, but again, not grounded, okay? Whatever's coming in for you, it does feel like, again, you are moving away from a situation towards something better, okay? And so I do feel like you need to get more grounded. I do feel like you need to use your intuition. And I do feel like, yes, you are heading towards more success, more money, more love. The Knight of Cups is a romantic proposal, okay? But the Knight of Cups is also quite slow because he's moving at a pace that he feels that is right for him. So this could be a slow process before you get what you want. The Hierophant talks about teachings, you know, learning about, you know, mystic teachers, you know, spirituality, marriage. It's something about that. So for some of you, you may be asking if someone is going to propose, and I do feel like, yes, it could be a slow proposal. It could take some time before it happens, but there is something negative blocking this. So you have to kind of be more positive than the situation, or choose something better. And you know what the answer is, a bit deep within. So I don't feel like it's no. I feel like it is a progress towards yes, if you leave or remove or overcome some negativity in the situation. Okay. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon. Goodbye.